What's going on YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video with TC. Now look, in today's video, we're gonna be chopping it up by this Iman Shumpert situation with Teyana Taylor. She did my boy all bad. Y'all already probably know what's going on, but if you don't, we're gonna tap in right now. So look, I ain't even finna waste y'all time, man. I want to make this video really for y'all to lock in and understand. Look, the outreach of my channel, man, I don't come on here to bash women, man. Look, what I really want to do is let y'all understand the risk that y'all taking. Just like life is a risk, life is a gamble. I want y'all to understand the risk when it comes into stepping into things like marriage and stepping into even a relationship, the risk that you taking. You know what I'm saying? Now, a modern day relationship in these times, if y'all seen enough of my story times, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna say it's not worth it, but it's less likely if you like some fun shit, it's gonna be less likely to find some loyal shit. But we're gonna chop it up by this Iman Shumpert. Y'all can leave y'all comments below how y'all feel about it. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into it. Boom, man. Listen, the divorce, I'm gonna read this because I ain't got no video to react to. I just seen this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it on the thumbnail. Y'all gonna see it. I seen this and I was like, man, like, stuff like this crazy, bro, because all of this is happening behind a 4-letter word, love. You get what I'm saying? While women, they however many letters business got in it, that's the word that they living in. When they coming into the relationship, they going in with the business. You get what I'm saying? So listen, the divorce between Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert has been finalized. Keep in mind, before I get into this story, before I read this article, keep in mind, everything that is happening to Iman Shumpert was behind love. Get what I'm saying? All right, let's continue. The divorce between Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert has been finalized, with Teyana Taylor receiving 4 houses valued at over $10 million, a one-time 7-figure payment. That's not cheap, bro. Let's stop there. A one-time 7-figure payment, 4 houses, all valued at $10 million. Just with that, she good for the rest of her life. She didn't have to do my boy the rest of what she finna do, but let's continue. Let's see what else this 4-letter word has gotten Iman Shumpert. We stopped at the one-time 7-figure payment. We got half of the world that will never even touch 6 figures. You getting a one-time 7-figure payment? All right. Various luxury vehicles, including the $300K Maybach. She sell that shit, she good for life. On top of the $10 million house, come on, bro. 4 $10 million houses. Those are just what they valued at. Not if she adds on to it. The $300K Maybach, $70K Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains 100% ownership of her companies. They didn't even need to put that in there. Furthermore, Iman Shumpert is obligated to provide $8,000 per month in child support for their daughters and cover the full cost of their private school education. Now, when it comes to taking care of the kids, man, that's just like self-explanatory. You get what I'm saying? You got to take care of your seed. But there is always a but. All that other stuff, come on now. Like, all of that happened. Y'all got to think about this. When y'all think about, marriage and relationships, and I'm going to do what you want to do. I'm not going to say get married, don't get married. Just understand the risk when it comes to stuff like that. All I'm going to say is everything that's happening to him right now is behind that word. Love. You get what I'm saying? And how I feel, man, listen, you didn't have to take all them houses and all that stuff from him if you really loved him. But obviously, man, like a wise man once said, the same woman that you marry is not going to be the same woman that you divorce. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a trivia question. It's going to be it's only one answer to this, but it depends on your level of knowledge when it comes to these women. When they were intimate and when they were laying in bed together in the midst of their honeymoon phase of the relationship, and they seen articles about divorce and men getting wrecked, do you think not one time that he probably asked her, damn, would you ever do me like that? And she said, no, I would never do you like that. Come on now, man. Women only can respond to you in the moment of their emotion, and that is always going to change, bro. And I'm not trying to paint a woman out to be the villain or the bad guy, because they're not, bro. A lot of times you have to know who you're dealing with as a man. You get what I'm saying? You can't just jump into a relationship just like Offset with Cardi B. Not to get too off topic, but bro, Cardi B was a stripper. You can't be mad that she was popping that pussy when she was pregnant. She literally was a stripper, bro. Like, You are what you attract. 1000%. I definitely agree with that. Now, I'm not saying that for this, but Emer Shumpert and Teyana Taylor, I seen them in the media a couple times, but they had a lot of similar qualities, I guess, when it came to their likeliness of fashion and staying in shape and working out. So that could have been what initially attracted them to each other. But this is why it's very important to do your background checks when it comes to these women. You get what I'm saying? It's very important to do your background check. That paperwork is very important because patterns repeat themselves. It don't matter if it take 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. He not the first nigga she did like that. I don't care if it was just a boyfriend. She did somebody like that in the past. And she just revealed her colors again. Man, this ain't even finna be a long video because I don't even know what more is there to be said. He got wrecked. Luckily, he's an NBA player or ex-NBA player. I don't know if he's still in the league. Y'all can leave a comment if he's still playing or he's still hooping or whatever. But luckily, he's, a millionaire from playing basketball. So I think he's well off. And you want to know what the crazy thing about all of this is, bro? And if I'm just being honest, like speaking my honest opinion, I think the crazy thing about this is Teyana Taylor is publicly dating somebody else right now. Aaron Pierre, that's Mustafa. Everybody was on that. Well, the females was on it, you get what I'm saying? But everybody was on that, you get what I'm saying? She publicly dating, bro. And you still getting all of this? And it gets to a point where, as a man, right? And this is just my opinion from my foxhole, right? You get to thinking like, you know, and I'm gonna make a separate video about this because there's two ways to feel about this, but you get to a point you think everything in life that you prepare for as a man literally can be snatched away in the moment of a woman's emotions, man. Because most times, maybe not just boyfriend, girlfriend, but when it comes to marriages, a lot of times, man, the man doesn't want to leave the woman. The woman wants to leave the man. So how most of the time life goes, bro, when you're a man you could be in your early 20s and, you know, you could be working at Burger King and you had the mindset like, I'm saving one day for when I have a wife and kids. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, let's say you do finally get that, you know, that you start from 20 years old, say, I'm going to save for a wife and kids, man. You be, you know, energetic about this goal because you know the end goal that you want for your life, because no man can look me in the face, or I never looked a man in the face and he didn't say that he didn't really want a wife and kids. I don't think that it's marriage that men are running from. I think it's divorce and the repercussions, because as men we're taught the consequences from an early age. Back to the story though, man. You get to the point where, you know, you saving, let's say you started a odd working job, you making, you know, $7 an hour, whatever the case may be. Man, you saving, you still had that goal, like I'm saving for a family and kids, bro. Once you get to like 30, you finally got that job you wanted, bro. By the time you get married, had a wife and kids, everything you worked for can be taken away from you, bro. Let's just say Emer Shumpert, or Shumpert, however you say his name, his whole life he was hooping, trying to get to the NBA. Let's say his goal was just, I want to be in the NBA. Somewhere along the line, he was thinking, man, yeah, I got to do this to provide for my wife and kids. That same wife and kids that you was providing for, and obviously no fault to the kids because they had nothing to do with this, but the courts in most cases are going to put the kids with the mother. You get what I'm saying? That same wife and kids that you was working for, that same family that you was working for, all can be taken away from you in the midst of a woman's emotions. You get what I'm saying? So it puts you in a situation as a man where it's like, damn, like, I understand that they always say that men should just move on, and sometimes when you move on too fast as a man, you still get scrutinized, right? But you get to a point when it comes to marriages and long-term marriages, you kind of can see the crash out in some men, because it's like, damn, you see the bigger picture, like, man, this man probably worked his whole life. Let's say it wasn't no fault to the man, he worked his whole life to get to this point, and like my whole life goal in saving money was for a wife and kids, because, you know, it's only so much life you could live, you know, by yourself. And some people might not agree with that, but at some point, every man, you're going to get to a point where you just want to settle down, have a wife and kids, just relax. You get what I'm saying? You get to that point, I'm saying, and then this happened. Everything you worked for snatched away. Sometimes, obviously, it's not his situation, but sometimes men even get to a point where they're homeless after a divorce. I'm not saying this is everybody's case. I'm just trying to plant a seed in your mind into making a better decision on who you choose to marry if you choose to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, you could be with a woman who will gaslight you, like, you know, you're scared to get married, she might leave you 2-3 years. I even seen some women leave men after 6 months because they don't want to get married. But you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture as a man and say, are you worth the risk of losing everything that I worked for, everything that I'm working towards right now? Are you worth losing all of that? A lot of times, man, if it's up to me, I say no woman is worth that. But you might feel a different way one day. You might feel like, look, you're worth that risk. I definitely feel like it's going to be a woman maybe worth that risk one day. Some people might not even agree with that. But these are the things that you need to think about before you sign that paper, before you get on one knee, before you do the proposal, before you do all of that, bro. Because the only thing that's constant in life is change. But the only people that's not doing that is these hoes. These hoes doing the same shit, sucking dick. We out, man. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know my next video will be dropping on the channel. We're going to be out. Drop your comments underneath.
Okay, bye.